When did you give your parents the same energy they gave you growing up? I became a parent at 7 years old, the day I realized my sister Mia would starve if I didn't learn to cook. Our parents worked 18-hour days and treated the office like their real home, while I learned to pack Mia's lunch and check her homework. By 9, I could forge their signatures perfectly. By 16, I scheduled her doctor visits and set alarms to give her medicine on time. Mia would fall asleep by the front door waiting for them to come home, and I'd carry her to bed at midnight, whispering that I'd always be there even if they weren't. So when Stanford accepted me, I stared at the letter knowing I couldn't leave her alone for 2 more years of high school. She caught me crying and grabbed my shoulders with fierce 14-year-old hands. "You're going," she ordered. "You've given up enough." Our parents suddenly appeared when they heard Stanford's name, actually proud for once, and lecturing me about opportunities I couldn't pass up. But I told them I couldn't leave Mia alone, not when she needed someone to check her homework and make sure she ate dinner before 9. For the first time in years, they actually looked at me, and I watched something break in Mom's face. "Oh God," she whispered. "You've been doing our job since 2nd grade. All this time working to afford the best life for you two, and we haven't even been here to live it with you." Dad couldn't look at me when he finally spoke. "Starting tomorrow, being here comes first." And for 3 beautiful months, they became the best parents. Dad learned Mia's favorite breakfast, Mom attended parent-teacher conferences, and they both showed up to her sophomore year orientation. Mia called me at Stanford, giddy about family dinners and movie nights, and I finally let myself believe things had changed. They sent photos of themselves at her debate tournaments, cheering louder than anyone else, and Mia's smile in those pictures made the homesickness worth it. She even called one night about her new boyfriend, how Mom and Dad loved him already, and I felt grateful hearing her worry about normal teenage girl things instead of empty refrigerators and dark houses. But when I came home 2 years later for her graduation, I realized she was living anything but a normal teenage girl life. That wonderful boyfriend she gushed about was Mr. Brooks, her English teacher from high school, the same man who taught me senior year and always made my skin crawl with how he'd linger by certain girls' desks. My parents were discussing wedding venues at our dinner table while this 36-year-old man sat with his arm around my 18-year-old sister like he belonged there. "Isn't it wonderful?" Mom beamed. "Michael has such a stable career and tenure too." Dad kept saying how much he loved Michael, how they just got each other, and I wanted to scream that maybe that's because they were the same age. When I asked what happened to taking care of her, they looked at me like I was crazy. "Let's be honest," Mom said. "Mia's not Stanford material like you, so marrying someone educated and established is perfect for her." Dad nodded, and Mia herself told me to stop trying to parent her like I always had, that she didn't need her big brother deciding what was best for her. I tried one last time at dinner, pulling Mia aside. "You wanted to go to college, remember? See what else was out there?" Doubt flickered in her eyes, but Mr. Brooks appeared, hand on her shoulder, telling my parents I was filling her head with doubts. They told me to find a hotel, and I spent 3 nights texting Mia while she never responded. The night before leaving, Mia knocked on my hotel door at 2 a.m. with a swollen cheek, sobbing uncontrollably. She'd mentioned postponing the wedding at dinner, just like I'd suggested, and Mr. Brooks had slapped her after everyone went to bed. He said wedding stress was getting to him, she whispered, and I saw in her eyes that she finally understood what I'd been trying to warn her about. I booked her a seat on my flight back to Stanford and spent the rest of the night holding her while she cried. Our parents called us dramatic when we left, insisting she was throwing away stability over one mistake. "You're ruining her future," Mom said, as if a bruised face was better than student loans. I took out extra loans to cover a bigger apartment near campus, enrolled her in community college, and watched her slowly remember who she was before Mr. Brooks convinced her she was nothing without him. 2 decades passed before I heard from them again. Mom called on a Tuesday, voice trembling, begging me to visit Sunshine Manor. Bad investments and medical debt left them in a place smelling of bleach and desperation. I found them smaller than I remembered, huddled in a room barely bigger than Sarah's childhood closet. Mom showed me fingerprint bruises on her arms, whispering about the night nurse who got rough. Dad's medications kept disappearing, leaving him confused and shaking. "The director golfs with the sheriff," he said. "No one listens to us." Mom grabbed my hand with both of hers. "Please, you have that beautiful house now. We just need somewhere safe." I thought about Mia at 18, her face swollen from Michael's hand. These same people telling her marriage required compromise, how they'd called us dramatic for leaving. "The staff seemed very professional," I heard myself say, pulling my hand away. "And the director has a stable position." I used their exact tone from 20 years ago, watching recognition dawn in their eyes. "Perhaps you're overreacting." On my way out, I told the nurses station that room 12B was hiding pills under their tongues again, and watched as the male nurse's jaw tightened as he grabbed his keys.